What does this honor mean to you in general?
It's very special for me. It's something that I didn't expect. It's something that you play the game and you just play it as hard as you can and do the best that you can, and hopefully things will turn out for the best. And when you're able to reflect back on your career, these are some of the special moments that you can cherish.
James, Mike was talking the other day. They had a situation with Melvin Ingram, and it didn't work out as a free agent. You're obviously one of the great free agent success stories this team has had. What do you think made that a good fit for you right away? How did it work? How did the personalities work with you coming into the team and making it fit?
I think just the whole organization just welcoming me in, and the players just treating me no different than any other of the players that were in the locker room. I think it was more of a family atmosphere, and they just made me feel at home, and the coaches were great. They all wanted me to succeed. So I felt the love here, and that's why we were successful.
In that moment, did you think one day you'd be considered among some of the greatest defensive players really ever?
Oh, not at all. I never even thought about that. Going back, looking at the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the legacy that they founded was, to some of the things that they did in the 70s and with those great teams. Like, I never even had any inclination that, I'll be anywhere close to, being in a certain space with those guys. And, having this honor is, and being with all those great guys and great players from over the years is something really special.
What are your thoughts on the current defense, especially as someone who anchored the middle, these inside linebackers this year?
I like them. I like the defense. I was just telling one of my buddies, one of my former teammates, that I feel like that they're getting back to what we used to do, and that's playing good, hard defense and making it really hard for a team to come in here and score points.
James, what's your fondest memory being a Steeler?
Oh, I mean, 2 championships. Probably our greatest accomplishments, but really over the years, just what I cherish the most is the relationships that I have and developed over the years, and I have lifelong friends from all the teams that I've been on, and it's something really special. Guys, we keep up with each other. We have big group texts of former players, the guys that have played together, and I think the camaraderie and the relationships are the most.
Your former teammates get into coaching. You've got Deuce Staley and Antoine Randall over on the
it's great. We have
line.
plenty of them. Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there coaching, but you could tell some guys. You could tell right away like who was going to go into the coaching world and who was fit for it. And those guys are doing an amazing job, and it's just happy to see them doing well and thriving in in another position.
Never something you wanted to?
No, I have too many kids, man. I have too many kids, and they're all young and they love daddy. So, yeah, I'm going to be daddy daycare for a little while.
At the same time, how cool was it to see Troy get into the Hall of Fame, and Bill and Coach Cowher?
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, those guys deserve it. Coach Cowher was a great coach, one of the best coaches I've ever had, and Troy was one of the best safeties I ever played with. So, those guys were amazing when they coached and played, and I was glad to be a part of it.
When you find out you're being inducted into the Steelers Hall of Honor, what's going through your mind when you find out initially?
Oh, man, it was during COVID, so, when I got the call from Mr. Rooney, I thought he wanted some of that signing bonus back or something. I didn't know why he was calling, but it was definitely a surprise, and I really didn't know what to think, so I had a good while to think about it. And during COVID, when it was the first when the lockdown started in 2020, so I had a lot of time to reflect. But it was just an amazing feeling, and it was unreal. And like I said before, I never expected to be put into a category with all the other great Steelers from the past. But it's definitely an honor and something that I'm definitely proud of.
Was there a Steelers player, maybe before you got here or once you got here from the past, that you either kind of connected to or tried to look up to?
Well, when you think about the Steelers, the first name I think about is Mean Joe Green. So, and he was when he was around us, we were around him a lot. He worked in the front office, so I got to see him a lot, and I've known him over the years. And he's somebody that, everybody looked up to when they were a kid. So, it was kind of cool to, finally meet him and be a part of, something that he was a part of. And other than him, I would have to say Greg Lloyd also. Not that it's pretty cool that he's in my honoree class, because he was one of the most feared players when I was in college and high school. I thought he was just one of the most intimidating players I've ever seen, and I always looked up to him. So it's pretty cool to go in with him.